What's going on, guilty guys and gals? We are here. I gotta make sure of something. I just knew it was going to be re-equipped. I had to take that off. Alright, so we get Sugaroshia or Ikaroshia, I can't remember which one, but Kill Command from Danganronpa 2. This is the best one. And this is a remix. I had to check, I had to listen for a sec. Oh, okay, sure. I don't want to go up there yet. I don't even know where that is. Oh, it's down here, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Gray. Is this the second floor dormitory? Without any decoration, it looks pretty normal. Come to think of it, the second floor dormitory was the closest, but we never paid much attention to it. It was an unknown space locked until the 5th floor of the school side was opened, so I'm sure there must be some clues here. Let's investigate. Who could this be?
Yuki, wait. Just a guess? Yep, it's always me.
Tsurugi?
You were here. I was looking for you.
For me? What for?
I had something to ask you, Yuki. Can I?
Yeah, I don't mind.
Yuki, I couldn't tell you this before because it was in front of everyone. Actually, like Mikako, there's one more person who had a different personality from then to now.
Really? Who?
You, Yuki.
What?
For me, when memories came back, well, you used to be really cold before all this happened. Of course, it doesn't mean you weren't cooperative or you were ruthless. Somehow, I felt like you were trying to build a wall when dealing with everyone else.
Wait a second, what are you saying? Of course, there may have been times when I was a little shy, but I feel like I've been rather communicative since the beginning.
That's why I'm asking you. Are you really Yuki Maeda?
What are you talking about, Tsurugi? If I'm not Yuki Maeda, then who the hell am I?
The Yuki I knew from school never felt like this. To be honest, you hadn't spoken to me in months. But Yuki, after joining this place, is different. It's not just once or twice you tried to support me, even when I was in the wrong. That's why I have to ask, which one is the real you?
The real me? Because this is the real me. The Yuki... Okay, I've been thinking about this, how to do this, because clearly she's using their last names, and this is going to confuse me so much, but I'm going to try to do Miss Maeda, Mr. Maeda, and, like, Miss Kurakawa and all that for her. But it might confuse me a lot, because now I've been changing their last names to first names this entire time, and now I'm going to... Anyway. That Mr. Maeda knew. That stupidly bright one and all those reactions and emotions were all fake. A fake? No way. I'm Yuki Maeda. I haven't changed ever since I was born. Tsurugi, why are you talking like this?
Sorry, Yuki. I didn't mean to confuse you. Even saying something like this will only provide more mysteries than answers. But it's because I want to believe in you. In the Yuki I know. Regardless of why you changed or whoever you really are, the fact is that now you're a life-or-death friend, a comrade fighting together. That remains the same. The fact that you've supported everyone since we came here hasn't changed. So, what I mean is, it's my mistake. I want you to forget about it. Sorry I interrupted your investigation.
It's fine, but are you really allowed to say such things? I mean, you have a ban on... It's a little bit, so it's no problem. She's speaking in the third person. Scary. A kind of special permission will be allowed this time.
You wicked. What are you here for?
Oh my. Well, if you don't like this, Mr. Monokuma might cast... Sahe? I don't know what that is. You know, go to Doc. Actually, it's so close it's hard to judge, but it was a good enough play from Mr. Kinjo, so... that was a nice view, thanks. You're noisy. Just looking at you is painful, so hurry and leave. And then she walks slowly.
Yuki.
Damn it, damn it! With Akane's face and Akane's voice, she shouldn't say things like that. Damn it!
I understand how you feel, but you have to accept reality. That was Akane Taira, her true nature. And just forget what I said before, because that was Yuki in the past. The real Yuki is the one here, right now. Let's make sure. Defeat the mastermind and get out of here together.
Okay. Can I explore now? Okay, no, Monokuma has to talk to me.
I am Yuki Maeda. Even if my memory disappeared, that fact doesn't change. I am me. Tsurugi must have said that because he's worried about me as well. Like he said, I'll definitely escape from here with my friends and return to my family. To my family.
Okay. I don't want to talk to Monokuma. Can I just talk to this fire hydrant instead? Okay, fine.
What? You! Go to the first electrical room. Go to the first electrical room. What is he plotting?
I'm not going anywhere you want me to. Third electrical room. Oh. They're all gonna be locked. Is this the first one then? Yeah. What's this? A TV monitor. Turn it on.
The computer's turned on. There's a notepad with clues organized on this computer for each electrical room. You should read them. Doesn't seem like a trap. Let's take a look.
Alright. Hey look, it's the first scene. Outline of the 79th freshman at Hope's Peak Academy. Hope's Peak Academy scouts talented ultimate students every year to nurture and research their talents. Generally, a small number of people are selected every year. However, a certain incident occurred after the 78th class entered the school. 78th graders? Man, those guys have been in school a long time. The incident took a toll on the survival of Hope's Peak Academy, and the Academy's ultimate goal also stopped. In the end, the school side, who could not give up until this point, changed the schedule a bit and rushed to recruit the next freshman. A few months earlier than usual, those are the 79th freshmen who entered the same year as the 78th class. It was a clever intention of Hope's Peak Academy to cover up some incident in the name of a new student.
The contents of the file ended there.
Confidential information about Izuru Kamakura. Hope's Peak Academy had an ultimate goal. It studied high school students with numerous talents in order to bring a superhuman student with all talent. In other words, to artificially create the ultimate Hope. After a very long amount of research, Hope's Peak Academy succeeded in creating Ultimate Hope, and he was named Izuru Kamakura, named after the founder of the Academy. However, the symbol of hope, Izuru Kamakura, was in an incomplete state, and a certain event occurred. The Academy was disappointed that the experiment had failed, but it was almost completed. To spur this research, in order to pursue perfection, with greed, they accepted new students at an earlier time than usual and implemented the Izuru Kamakura project once again. However, despite this ambitious plan, the goal was not achieved due to a greater incident that followed, because that event caused the Hope's Peak Academy, as well as the whole world, to start walking the prelude to collapse. Very cool.
And the contents of that file ended there. What is all this? The admission period was adjusted earlier than usual, so we were admitted at an unusual time. That's the 79th class's story. That's that talking about us? It's true that we entered at a different time than the other students, but the atmosphere was free and unconventional. I didn't pay much attention to the nature of the school. According to this file, it said that our admission date was adjusted because of some event, and the person presumed to have caused that incident was Izuru Kamakura, as described in the second file. Ultimate Hope. What in the world happened? Besides, Hope's Peak Academy and the whole world were in danger. It's like what I found on the 5th floor. The greatest and most desperate event in human history. Like that. But there's nothing written about that event, so this is only increasing my curiosity. Go to the second electrical room. That guy keeps appearing and disappearing. It looks like he's guiding us. But in order to know the truth, I have to move. This backstory The backstory may be in the next place, so let's hurry.
Okay. Let me take a drink. Take a sip. Alright.
Let me out.
Alright. Info dumping! Woo!
The computer power is on. Seems there are files similar to the previous ones open here, too. The biggest and most desperate event in the history of Hope's Peak Academy. An unprecedented...
Oh, wait, I don't have to read this in Yuki's voice. Let's save my voice a little bit.
An unprecedented case in which the ultimate hope, Izuru Kamakura, suddenly murdered 13 members of the student council. It's clear that this incident would cause a huge blow to Hope's Peak Academy, and the academy hid the incident in the end. But, by a certain student, this incident was spread to the students of Hope's Peak Academy without the guise of rumor. This led to a radical demonstration of the Reserve Department students, who were dissatisfied with the treatment of Hope's Peak Academy, and the academy began to slowly collapse. It still mentions Izuru killed all 13 students. Crazy. It's almost like that's what it was intended to be, and not like the anime. Report on the most and most desperate event in human history. After the biggest and most desperate event in the history of Hope's Peak Academy happened, a large-scale protest took place centering on the students of the preparatory department who found out about it. The behavior gradually turned violent and accelerated the collapse of Hope's Peak Academy. It grew out of control. Numerous desperate incidents accelerated through multiple media sources, and Hope's Peak Academy, as well as the world itself, was about to be engulfed in despair. And at the heart of the unspeakable event were them. They were called Ultimate Despair. The most desperate incident in the history of Hope's Peak Academy? Was this the case committed by that man named Izuru Kamakura? What kind of person was he? The preparatory department. I know it well. They were ordinary students, unlike ultimate students, who were scouted without special talents like us. Instead, they paid huge sums of money in order to receive ordinary classes, so to speak. Ordinary classes for ordinary people. They're similar to me in that they don't have any special talent, but the way such people enter Hope's Peak Academy is through the reserve course, not with ultimate luck like me. And the greatest and most desperate event in human history. The contents of the newspaper clippings were also true. Before we lost our memories, the incident was caused by ultimate despair. And Hope's Peak, as well as the whole world, fell into crisis.
Sorry, I'm yawning. His voice is back there.
Yeah, now that I think about it, that note I found in the library on the second floor. The note that said Hope's Peak Academy had closed. I heard from Ray that the building may not be Hope's Peak. However, apart from that, the real Hope's Peak Academy was really closed. When we look at how time has passed since we lost our memories, and this series of desperate events that happened in between, it's not unreasonable that Hope's Peak closed its doors. But the reason for committing this horrendous act, it was ultimate despair? The ultimate maid? No, that's a mistake. The ultimate despair, Akane Taira. Please take care of me, Mr. Maida, Mr. Kinjo, Miss Mikaru, Mr. Otori. That is hard to do. All of these incidents? She did all of it? Why? No, better question. How? Even if she had the power to lock us up and make a killing game, could she really destroy the whole world just on her own? No, wait. They call themselves Ultimate Despair, right? In plural. Is it not possible for Ultimate Despair to be just an individual? What the hell does Ultimate Despair mean?
If you want to know what's next, go to the third electrical room.
I'm getting closer to the truth. At least it feels that way.
Alright. Hey, Ray. How you cheated?
Ray.
What? You're here too?
By any chance, Ray, did Monokuma ask you to investigate here and there?
Well, of course. It's not like I'm on a treasure hunt. I don't like step-by-step information gathering.
If it's okay, maybe we could check this together? You're trying to check the contents of the PC, right?
Go ahead.
Ray moved the mouse to open files similar to the previous ones.
Hey, there's, Akane. Ultimate Despair.
The talents nurtured at Hope's Peak Academy were hope for the future of humanity. Blank. However, there were those who used such talents not for hope, but for despair. That is what the group called Ultimate Despair, centered around the original Ultimate Despair, Junko Enoshima, were about. I don't know. She's worshipped like a goddess among Ultimate Despairs, and is the object of longing for all of those students. The contents of the file ended there. Wow, so Ultimate Despair was a group, not an individual. But even so, how could a single student create an event that could change the world? And, Ray, this person named Junko Enoshima...
That's the name Tsurugi mentioned. It's right. Just be silent, there's still more.
Sorry.
Confidential, murder, class life. Junko Enoshima, the leader of the Ultimate Despair, prepared some kind of plan to further spur the despair that is eroding the world. For that purpose, she made a murderous class life by erasing the memories of Hope's Peak Academy's 78th class. The game was recorded, and the only surviving ones... What? She would record the surviving students and make them kill each other. For the implementation of this plan, Junko Enoshima mixed herself into the class for 4 years and prepared various facilities necessary. Also, for the upcoming plan, a worldwide simultaneous broadcast, based on the technology of the TOA group, and preparations were completed. There was no hole. A perfect plan was executed. If this plan is implemented and the last living creatures were the symbols of hope killing each other, while being revealed to the entire world, the world will be engulfed in despair even further. So wait, did it happen yet or did it not happen yet? There was words that indicated both.
Murder class life? Ray, that's...
How did this happen?
It's clear that this is live around the world. I mean, the surveillance cameras are... and all of us so far.
You fool, that's not it. Look closely. Obviously, we've experienced a murderous class life, but the target written in this file is the 79th class.
Yeah, that's right. We're the 79th. Then there was another? Are you saying there are more students other than us living a murder class right beside us?
If this plan is carried out, seeing that it's written here, it seems the 78th class are not yet in the same circumstance we are. Before that, there's something strange about the file. The only survivors of Hope's Peak.
Come to think of it, what would that mean? We, the 79th class, are alive right now, right? Then what the hell are they talking about?
One thing is for sure, that bitch named Junko Enoshima is the source of everything that happened outside.
They said she was the leader of Ultimate Despair. Then, is that woman revealed before us a subordinate of Junko?
It seems very likely. They said they had an appointment with a certain person in that trial. It's very likely that person they were talking about was Junko Enoshima. And the only survivors, the 78th class, is at stake. Besides, we can't find out the truth with all these fragmentary files.
If you're curious about what goes on next, go to the 4th electrical room.
Let's go. Maybe the 4th room has the answer.
If you're going, go alone. I need to reread this again. It's got confusing language.
Little by little, the clues to the situation we're in are sticking in our heads. But there's this worrisome feeling that something's going wrong.
Hey, I'm here. No, I'm not.
It seems this is the last electrical room. What clues could this have?
Yeah, I know that symbol. Kisaragi Foundation X-File. The X-File! Da-da-da-da-da-da! The Ultimate Despair student required enormous technical assistance to carry out their work. No matter how great they were, their abilities were limited to an end. So, they once requested assistance from the Kisaragi Foundation, an underground company that didn't appear in surface media. Their lack of exposure to the media also played part in their selection. In addition, the successor of the Foundation had just entered the Academy as the ultimate inventor, and in some cases they were going to ask for aid even if he was to be taken as a hostage. However, somehow, the Foundation knew more than expected and was preparing a countermeasure. In order to receive their aid, they had to suffer huge losses. As a result of judging various gains and losses, we decided to withdraw our hands from them. In the end, the Kisaragi Foundation had nothing to do with the cooperation of the Toa Group, but decided to cut its seats just in case. Ultimate Despair External Agents. The Ultimate Despair was natural, but with outstanding talent. It was a group made of students from Hope's Peak Academy. However, in rare cases, even though they are not students from Hope's Peak, there are agents working outside of Junko Enoshima's eyes. These individuals are called Ultimate Despair External Agents. Even if they are not ultimate students from the Academy, by lending her their strength, it helps their plans take the lead in making the world even more desperate. Among those outside agents, there are those who entered Hope's Peak Academy as freshmen and are no longer outside. Even though they became Ultimate Despair, they were ambiguous middle-level executives who are still in a position of an outside agent. I cannot imagine Ultimate Despair having, like, corporate structure. You know what I mean? I feel like it's just a free-for-all, right? With Junko at the lead? I don't know. Junko Enoshima entrusted a special mission to the reinforcements of, like, dummies, who were not part of the original plan, or people whose lives had any value to her.
The content of the file ended there. The Kisaragi Foundation and Ultimate Despair External Agents. We once suspected the mastermind here was related to the Kisaragi Foundation, because this is a building related to theirs, but according to Tsurugi, Yamato Kisaragi was one of our classmates in the 79th class, and the contents of this file, at a glance, it seems that it's not that they weren't the mastermind, but rather an organization fighting against Ultimate Despair. Even in the diary that was supposedly written by Yamato, there was a sentence that said, "If this is it, we're safe." Maybe the Kisaragi Foundation tried to protect us, contrary to our suspicions. Then, why are we still in this situation? Ultimate Despair External Agents. Akane, who was a classmate like us, was in Ultimate Despair. Is she one of these external agents? The fact that Junko said that she entrusted an external agent with a special mission, does that have something to do with our situation? I don't know. I don't know anything. Why are we here?
Congratulations! This is the end of your study on backstories.
Background knowledge?
No matter your reason, it's up to your own choice, but since you've lost your memory, you need to know the basic backstory, right? You studied it so well.
Stop being funny. After all this, I still don't know a thing about our current situation.
Jeez, aren't you too hasty, Yuki? This isn't the only place with clues. Go to the school side, you'll find even more.
I almost missed that.
I feel like I'm being toyed with. I'll definitely find the truth and flatten that thing's nose. Let's go to the other unlocked places in the school.
Alright. Wait a second. Were there no dorms in this dorm area? No, there were no dorms. Wait, was this door ever open? What was this door anyway? The AV room, right? Well, it doesn't say. What the heck? Oh no, this is the bath house. I was like, why don't I ever remember going in this room? Because it mattered for one case. Nope, that's the gym. This way. What is this room anyway? A classroom? I don't know, let's just see. No, this is the AV room, okay. I discovered everything. From chapter 1. Second floor, what was there? There was something here, right? I think. Was it this? No, this is the dojo. I think it was second floor of the dorms is probably what I was thinking about. I don't think there's anything here. So the door's still missing. Hey, it's Teruya!
Here we are. There must have been rooms on the 4th and 5th floor that haven't been open until now. Clearly on the 4th floor there's the information processing room and the headmaster's office. And that unknown door at the end of the hallway on the 5th floor. Let's move.
Oh, Yuki! Yuki, stop!
Teruya, what are you doing here in the hallway? Investigating?
Yeah, I remembered there were locked rooms on this floor. Something came to my mind, though.
What?
Well, the ballroom on the 4th floor. I had a sudden thought. That empty room in the ballroom.
The empty room? Oh, that one. I definitely remember. The empty, undecorated room in the hallway on the left from the ballroom entrance where Tsurugi hung out all the time. I saw Tsurugi, Rei, and Mikako inspect that room a lot, but in the end, it didn't seem like they found anything.
That's it. If they were worried, there's definitely something there. Because the purpose of that room's still unknown to us. Even if the others who were more coordinated couldn't find anything, what would happen if I search inside of it?
It's true something suspicious, but is there anything really unique about it?
Well, I guess that's true.
I don't think we need to worry about that room. What's important right now is to find the truth about this case. Teruya, have you been to the 2nd floor of the dormitory? There was a lot of clues there.
Oh, I thought there might be. Oh, I got it. You're right. It's not really time to worry about empty rooms. Yuki, let's get out of here alive, okay? Haruhiko and the others who died, they'll be cheering for us from heaven.
Teruya, isn't it unreasonable to think the people who committed murder could go to heaven since they became the Blackened?
Blah! Yuki, I went out with a lot of effort to make an impressive comment. You don't gotta bring in that realistic problem.
Sorry, it was just a joke.
Are you okay? You don't seem to have your usual energy. Yeah. You look worried about something. Is it because of, Kane? No wonder, huh? I can't really think of anything to say to you about it. But still, stay strong, okay? I came all the way here to give up would be rude to everybody. So don't give up. A road will surely open up.
Teruya.
Alright, I'm gonna do my best. First, before checking the 4th floor, like you said, I'm gonna start from the 2nd floor of the dormitory.
Even Teruya noticed I was worried about her. Am I really that easy to see just by... Am I really that easy to see through?
Okay. This is the headmaster's office, right? Yeah, let's go. Oh, God.
A dusty photo placed on the desk. This is...
There they are. Poor Mikako. I mean, I'd say poor Yamato, but I didn't even know the guy.
The people in the picture were people I'd seen, although they looked a bit unfamiliar. Mikako? Yamato? And the person behind. A person who looks like Yamato. Not really him, but I think I've seen him somewhere.
It's Hanzo Kisaragi, the 2nd representative of the Kisaragi Foundation.
Yeah!
That reaction's so perfect, Yuki.
Oops, I did it. I forgot.
How did you even get in there and know that?
It's because of the basic skill of knowledge of a maid.
What do you mean, maid? That's the subject of criminals.
Oh, was that so? Are you imitating Mr. Kinjo now?
Shut up. Just looking at your face makes me mad. Get away from me.
That's too much. And here I was going to explain that picture.
So, what about it?
This room, the principal's office, it was a private space for this building's owner. The picture is old memories of that man.
Owner? You're talking about Kisaragi.
It's up to you to figure that out. Anyway, the owner was growing up normally when he was young, but one day he met a girl. The girl who collapsed near the house seemed to not remember anything about her except her name. The owner's family decided to support her, the one who had nowhere else to go. She was initially apathetic to the fact that the owner suddenly became a family member at her age, but she soon grew up together and became brother and sister with the one, and they developed a strange family love. I don't know, that was weird. The picture is a family picture taken when they went to a picnic in the forest nearby. It's nice to see such a harmonious look, isn't it? Well, I've told you, but I don't really know the details.
Then that means the girl in this photo is Mikako.
I don't even know why you'd ask that. I'm giving you clues.
As mentioned just now, the Kisaragi family supported Mikako as a child. Anyone could see that because of this picture of the two of them. So, when she first saw Yamato, Mikako recognized him? That means that Mikako knew Yamato before entering Hope's Peak Academy. Why didn't she tell us? I have no idea.
You saw her brain explode? Come on, man.
It can be inferred that Hanzo Kisaragi, who I saw through the Hope's Peak Academy album, is Yamato's father. If this person was the second representative of the Kisaragi Foundation, then his son, Yamato Kisaragi, would be the third one.
By the way, Yamato's late. Is he still at Hanzo's funeral? It's been 2 weeks already.
What am I thinking? It can't be. It was just a dream. I don't know what's going on. Mikako, Yamato, did you know all along? In this photo, little Mikako and little Yamato are smiling so brightly, as if the current situation's all a lie. The laughter of two people who are no longer in this world makes it even more bitter.
Alright. Computer?
Wait, this computer! The power seems to be on, but nothing's showing up on the screen. I tried briefly tapping on the keyboard, but the only thing reflected on the monitor screen was my face. Is it broken?
Well, cool. Fireplace. Jump in the fire!
Tsurugi, what you looking at?
Oh, Yuki. It's not much. I was just looking through the files placed here.
Files?
It's not very useful, honestly. You guys should read it. What? It's not really useful to me. You guys should read it. You might remember something. Now then, I'm headed to another area. You might as well look through the papers gathered in this room.
Cool.
What was he looking for? It's the file Tsurugi left. There were several sheets of A4 size printed paper, and at the top of each paper was written Hope's Peak Academy 79th Freshman Registry. Kanada, Satsuki, Kinji. It's arranged in order of the 15 profiles. Whether it was a record before entering the academy, everyone had slightly different impressions than today. There were also a few things slightly inconsistent with the body profiles recorded inside the ETN books. Oh, this too. The memories we've had were definitely memories after we entered the school, right? Then, was this the ID photo taken when we were in high school? Something seems unfamiliar. An unfamiliar feature. The ultimate lucky student, Yuki Maeda. This is the owner of ultimate level luck. An ordinary person with no talent who just entered through lottery. You don't hold any grudges.
Yuki! Yuki, 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 Yuki!
Huh?
You okay, man? What's going on?
Tsuruya? What is going on?
Yeah, it's me. I've been calling on you for a while. Your mouth was wide open and you were drooling. You wouldn't give me any response. I was worried sick.
What? I was?
What happened? Did you find something shocking?
No, it's not like that. I just got dizzy for a minute.
Dizziness? Isn't that like Mikako? The class trial that'll determine our fate will begin soon, so you gotta take care of yourself. Also, I came from an investigation of the second floor, just like you told me. I don't know exactly what it means, but I'm trying my best.
Yeah, we have to be strong.
Then go investigate something else, and don't get stunned again.
What was that? Suddenly my head went blank and I had some sort of flashback. The moment I looked at my old pictures, I felt an indescribable headache. What the hell?
No, don't look again.
It's not happening again. It's just my old photos. Nothing strange about it. I have a clear memory of myself around this time. That's right. I don't know how much memories we've lost, but it was just a few moments ago. Still, why do I feel this way? This is me, right? What am I even saying? Who would this person be if it wasn't me? This might be because of Akane's influence. My emotions are rising too swiftly. Maybe it's because my head got so hot, I lost my sense of calm. I need to focus and continue investigating.
Uh-huh. I'm sure that doesn't mean anything important. Nothing at all. Ha! Well, that's very helpful. Trees! I found a monocoin. Cool. I don't remember what this is. Is this the information processing room? It sure looks like it. No? Was this open the whole time? I don't think I've ever been in here. Okay. Now this is the other room I need to go in. Oh my. Hi, Monokumas.
What is all this? Involuntarily turning my eyes towards the corner, I was startled by an unimaginable sight. Why so many Monokumas? In a long corridor inside the information processing room, Monokumas were standing in line in an orderly manner. What kind of joke is this, Monokuma? Huh? I thought I heard hundreds of laughs right away, but soon I realized that these Monokumas are immobile.
Oh man, you're losing it, Yuki.
They're just standing, like what happened all those times in the class trials. These Monokumas.
Okay.
The ecology of Monokuma!
Whoa! It surprised me. Suddenly a strange video was playing on the LCD monitor attached to the ceiling.
Monokuma, he was born in the year of Circle, Diamond, Square Triangle in Toa City, the center of high-tech technology. This being moves according to commands and has enough combat skill to fight an army. But it has difficulty in regards to tactical performance due to a poor AI level. But what if the alter ego developed by the ultimate programmer, a student of Hope Speak Academy, what if this AI were to be transplanted into Monokuma?
I guess AE for alter ego.
The ultimate despair student caught on to this fact and experimentally created an alter ego that completely copied its entire personality. The researchers progressed to the stage where a chip it contains can be implanted into Monokuma. Now only tests are left. Will this symbol of art on despair technology be successful? To be continued.
What? Did it just...
Wait, there are two Monokumas in this room right now.
That alter ego is me.
What?
It's easy to say, but say like way easier than artificial intelligence, but at a higher level of technology.
Don't be ridiculous. This can't be some kind of science fiction. Our current scientific intelligence is impossible to create with just scientific manpower.
Is that so? Yuki, do you not know anything about the Toa Group?
Toa Group? You mean that high-tech IT company? I don't know much, but I know that the company has great technology, but for something like this?
Yuki is so naive. It's not like that. What's more, you'd be surprised to know who my parents are. Well, it's up to you whether or not you believe it. After all, the Kisaragi Foundation has a similar level of technological prowess.
What the heck? Why are you suddenly saying so much?
You're complaining?
On a topic we've been kept from knowing the truth for so long. Now I can't help but feel suspicious you suddenly changed your attitude and are telling us everything.
Really now? Well, I'm only doing it now because I was ordered to.
Huh?
My role is over. Now I'm just making Miss Akane's wishes come true.
Your role is over? What wish do you mean?
What do I mean? Why don't you try to remember yourself?
There were two Monokumas in here, and one of them was standing right in front of Ray.
Monokuma's true identity. Alter ego. A lot of information suddenly flowed into my head. And there are no lights, so it's hard to see inside, but it seems there's some machines out there. Huge machines. It's like I've seen it somewhere. Memory manipulator? Although it needs a few more adjustments, it's possible to remove, modify, and manipulate memories for a certain period of time. The reliability has been proven by Ryoko Odonashi, so it can be used without much effort. Oh.
Good thing you got a box right there to lean on.
What was that? What's going on? Someone just spoke in my mind. I know that machine? I don't know why. The reason is unknown, but that machine must be... Huh? What is this feeling?
What is this feeling? So sudden and new.
What is this feeling? My head throbs and tightens.
Hey, Yuki, what's wrong?
Ray.
Are you having a cold sweat? You don't look very good.
No, I'm fine now.
Well, if you don't mind...
I don't know what just happened. Somehow, I can be assured the information I just obtained is 100% real. I just had that feeling.
Well, that's, probably nothing but good news.
Monokuma! What? Did it stop again? Say something!
Ah, okay.
Whoa! Monokuma, who suddenly moved, pressed a button on the control panel.
Oh, Yuki, you've come all the way up here.
I definitely did this out of the order they intended.
Feels like I've just showed a shameful part.
What? 2 Monokumas?
Aye, aye. Yes, I am. As you can see from this room, this Monokuma is not only one. We're close to 100 strong.
A few hundred? More than that. This Monokuma in front of the panel did something.
Yeah, Operator Kuma called me to the processing room.
Operator Kuma?
It's the nickname for the Monokuma who actually controls me.
It's controlling you? Monokuma controls Monokuma?
Something wrong.
No, but what about the mastermind?
I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, the processing room has delicate machines, so don't touch anything. If you try to touch it, Operator Kuma's automatic defense function over there might activate and tear you to shreds. No matter how curious you are, there's a total self-destruction of the facility button. So don't press the same button twice, got it?
Who's gonna press that? Just leave. If Monokuma controls Monokuma, you mean a person isn't controlling it? No, even so, who controls Operator Kuma then? Otherwise, it's not so much of a plan, it's like an automated machine. Monokuma itself is a machine, but... Wait, is it? Just a machine? Something like an artificial intelligence robot? I'm so confused, I don't even know what I'm saying.
Monokuma's been... What? What was that? How do I look at bullets again? Objects? No. Wow. A book that will burn. Cool. It's the burn book.
Dozens of monitors. Besides, what's being shown here is everything. These are the interiors of the school.
Seems the information processing room looks like a room used by the mastermind.
Ray.
Even the reception video from the surveillance camera and that panel that controls Monokuma. Whoever looks at this, they must wonder if it is used by the mastermind, right?
But was there anyone really up here? For at least the 16 of us, including Yamato, there's no one who could have done this, right?
Unless a new character comes out and says, "Voila, I'm the mastermind." That's not how you spell that. Maybe this room is more absurd than I thought.
Still, it must be an important place. An information processing room full of unknown machines. There must be a hidden secret here.
I haven't talked to you yet.
Ray, this is...
Yes, I know. It's quite an interesting place.
We need to look into it.
Wait, Yuki.
Huh? What?
I wanted to ask you, for a moment, the murder of Yamato Kisaragi a few days ago. Do you really believe Monokuma is the killer?
Well, I can't be sure, but if it is Monokuma, it explains how they teleported at will, so it wouldn't be impossible for him.
If so, why would Monokuma kill him then? That guy made it clear early on he wasn't involved in the case. He didn't even touch us directly. The only time he's been in contact with us is when they violate the rules or an execution. Does that mean Yamato Kisaragi and Mikako Kurikawa somehow broke the rules? I don't think that could be true. Looking at Monokuma's motive, Yamato was definitely killed for some specific reason.
Ray, I've got a lot of questions about that too, but first we have to find out the truth of all these incidents, right? Wouldn't it be better to think about that later and focus on finding new clues now?
Yes, I suppose you're right. It's simply my personality. I can't tolerate trying to move on with unsolved questions. But I'm sure there must be some reason for Yamato's death, and if possible, I will surely uncover that truth.
It seems Ray has her own determination. Is it okay to just skip over that last incident that's upsetting Ray so much?
Yeah, I've searched everything in here. Okay. Let's check if I missed anything in the headmaster room before I move to floor 5 and we go to where I know what's going on. Oh my god. There is... Oh my god. There is so much.
The papers are cluttered. Scribbled by someone, each and every note was scattered throughout.
Oh my god, okay. I'm going crazy. If it goes on like this, it's all over for sure, but I can't talk to anyone. I feel like I'm about to be killed the moment it comes out of my mouth. Not only me, but the person I consulted with would be at risk as well. That's why I can't say this to anyone close to me. Even if I stay still, I can't calm the situation down. No matter what I do, there's no way to prevent this from happening. Is that what despair truly is? Did Mikako notice what I was doing? She couldn't have. Nevertheless, she must have noticed I was troubled. Yes, I can't stay still like this. I want everyone, or at least my friends, to be protected. Father died. Although he had a chronic illness, it was too sudden. Could it be that they're involved in this? Is that too much overthinking? This is Yamato, clearly, but... Either way, after the funeral, I have to go back to my hometown for the inauguration of the 3rd president. But is it okay to leave the school at this time? What should I do?
That's what was written on this note.
Someone's note 4. I wonder. No matter how much I thought about this, I thought it would be better to stop them in advance, but Mikako insists on trusting them until the end. Thanks to her, I kept fighting. I think Mikako doesn't know the full story of the incident, but I also want to believe in everyone. Still, one mistake in judgment may cost all of us our lives. What road should I take? Alright. All of our classmates are good people. Unlike me, Mikako is more unfamiliar with her school life. I hope she makes many, many friends. But in spite of this pleasant feeling, I can't bear to be bothered by what I've heard the day before our entrance ceremony. Eventually I got the job done, to make wiretapping tools out of some materials brought from home. I know it's wrong, but if something bad happens to the academy, I should care. Luckily, I was able to hear the conversation between the council committee and the headmaster. I've heard it for sure now, the incident in which 13 council students were massacred. It's a total crazy story. Even so, the members of the council have been slowly disappearing since then, so maybe it's a crime... a crime of a huge scale is attacking our academy. Alright. It's not too late, thank God. Still, it's too late to save the other students, but I'll be able to protect my friends with at least my own hands. If possible, it would be safest to live in the shelter prepared by the headmaster, but it isn't possible to communicate with him. We have no choice but to protect our lives by ourselves. I was fortunate enough that I stopped by the main house and I can be safe for a time being as long as I go to the place with helicopters that the researchers have standing by. Oh boy. Tomorrow is the day I finally enter Hope's Peak Academy. I was worried about what would happen if I couldn't attend, because it was only my family who'd been admitted to Hope's Peak for generations. Still, I'm quite happy. Today I decided to go to Hope's Peak Academy with Mikako to take a preliminary tour around the school. I don't know if what I just heard is true, but apparently there's been a sudden killing in Hope's Peak Academy's garden. The people I just passed by seem to be people from the student council. If I'm not mistaken, something very bad is going on at Hope's Peak. I need to talk to someone, but I may have heard the wrong thing. It's best to keep quiet about it for now. Oh dear. That's the computer, right? So it's just this one on the left? Or is this also a note? No, because there's nothing here. Okay. Shocking. I saw something so shocking. I witnessed the murder of one of the council members. A miniature camera attached to him may have been discovered. One thing is certain, the culprit seems to be a woman. In addition, no matter where you look at this, they seem to be professionals. Did they notice that I found out? I could be in danger as well, but I can't step away like this, after seeing such a thing. With the help of Ray, the school's student database was finally created. It's possible to research it, and we found out the identity of the student who was murdered, the council member, the ultimate soldier, Mukuro Ikosaba. What? Could she be the mastermind of what's happening at the academy right now? I wonder if it's better if we keep our hands off, but now we can't. What's even more upsetting is the appearance of the academy's headmaster and the council's committee focusing only on covering up the case, even when things have gotten to this point. If I argue with them, it's certain something bad will happen. I feel like I'm finally stepping into the center of this case. We've been tracking Mukuro Ikosaba, and I finally figured it out. It was the worst of all things. Junko Enoshima. She was planning to do something outrageous. If that plan is executed, we're all done for. I wonder, is it still okay that even though I've dug myself in this deeply? Looking at their doings I've observed thus far, it wouldn't be strange if I had already been caught and killed. The shadow cast on Hope's Peak Academy is deep. There's a darkness so deep that I don't feel like I can handle it alone. Okay.
Well, seems like that was all the locked areas on the 4th floor. The info processing room and the director's office have been investigated. And there was some progress. It could be said there was. A lot of those paper notes found in the school headmaster's office. The order was jumbled up, but I guess that's to be expected. Yamato, he must have written these. The handwriting in the notebook at the back of the library were the same, and whenever you look for the 3rd generation representative or Mikako, there were no other names except for Yamato. No one else came up. If the fragmentary pieces of information on that note are true, Yamato really was trying to protect us. I can't say for sure yet, but the others have investigated the headmaster's office. They'll be able to get a rough idea of the structure of the case. We'll talk about it in the class trial. So, the last locked room is now on the 5th floor. Ugh. Again. Since I started investigating the 4th floor, a headache from nowhere has stabbed me all day. I tried to ignore it and continue on to the 5th floor.
Alright, but we're going to do that next time. Because I feel like I know what is in the 5th floor. And, well, that's going to start a whole other chain of events. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, like, subscribe. Leave me a comment that tells me who your favorite mastermind is, I guess. Okay, well, don't include this game, just in case, for spoilers for other people. You can include, I guess at this point you can include Akane. Because, I mean, if you're seeing this episode, you're going to get it spoiled in this episode anyway. And then the 3 main games, and also you can bring up Straw too. Just be good with spoilers, all right? I expect most people who are watching this to have seen the other 3 Danganronpa games, but I don't expect them to have seen Straw 2, so... necessarily, anyway. I know a lot of you have, clearly. I don't know. I'm trying to, I'm fidgeting with a little clip here. I'm trying to figure out what I wanted to say about this. I don't know. Oh, here's one thing I was going to say, though. And this is spoilers, so if you don't want to be spoiled to the rest of this game, sign off now. Leave me a comment. Thanks for watching. Bye, 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 bye. Okay, here's the spoilers. So, Utsuro's ultimate luck, right? That's what saved Tsurugi. And I forgot to bring this up the other time, but... did he just not care about the other people? Like... I don't know. Don't you think, like, even in the first case, just seeing someone die like that in the execution, don't you think his luck would have kicked in and he would have tried to stop it? Or, like... the other thing I'm thinking is, like, his luck is powerful enough to basically morph his body into the body of Yuki Maeda. But he couldn't change Akane's personality right now. Like, couldn't him by force of will, of wanting Akane to be a good person, couldn't he make her a good person again? You know? It's the problem with all-powerful ultimate luck. And thankfully, Straw 2 sort of avoids it because, you know, it's dying out and all that stuff. But, you know, like, don't you think he would have saved Ayame, like, after she made, like, that sacrifice? Or, you know, Satsuki? There aren't necessarily limits to it, right? Because Tsurugi shot himself through the brain. I don't know. That's just the question, right? Did he just not really care about them? That's kind of crazy. Don't you think? Okay, and Kinji. I always write off Kinji because I don't really care about Kinji. But Kinji totally sacrificed himself. I mean, he was kind of rude by killing 2 people when he really didn't have to. But, okay, Kanata. Could he not have saved Kanata by just making the thing malfunction? He was standing there right before it happened, right? If he wanted her to survive. Or maybe... was he not able to because he didn't know enough about the situation? I feel like that doesn't matter, right? Does it? I don't know. That's the question I have for, like, this game. And maybe they'll explain it in the final trial. But from what I know from Straw 2, it doesn't seem like it would be impossible for him to have saved Kanata from electrocution through his ultimate luck. Or turn Akane good through his ultimate luck, you know? Even without inherently knowing it, because... that's how he saves Tsurugi, is wanting him not to die. It just seems like another case of Tsurugi plot armor. I'm kidding. But I do find it funny that Tsurugi has come back and now he's like awesome. It's so silly.
I'm so much better now, yeah. I'm a good guy now, yeah, yeah. A redemption arc? Nah, I don't need it. I got my memories back.
I mean, you could argue that him shooting himself in the head is his redemption arc, but it doesn't do it for me. The thing with Fuyuhiko, who does sort of a similar thing when he stabs himself in the gut, the reason why that works is because then you've got the entire game to sort of come to terms with his redemption, you know? Like, you feel like, oh, okay, he's slowly growing more and more good. But with Tsurugi, it just... it's whiplash, man. It's whiplash. It's going to be whiplash again later. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking too much. But I feel like Ultimate Luck should have saved everybody. Except maybe Mitsuhiro Higa. Because I feel like Yuki didn't really care about Mitsuhiro Higa. But maybe. I don't remember. It was a long time ago. Alright. That's signing off for real for all you spoiler folks. Bye-bye. I did like a whole salute thing and you couldn't even see it. I don't know why I did that.